Hello guys, DJParson here, and originally I wanted to show you guys another game of the World Championship, but sadly the finalists aren't so fast, so they have still finished 2 matches, so I can't show you another of those games, but I can show you the current International Championship, one of my own games, so let's get right in there. And in this match I'm playing against Martin W, then myself on position 2, Baudalanxin, and Darwinian. We can take a quick look at the leaders and wonders. If something catches the eye, we have Suez Canal. We do have... No, we don't have Cook for that. We also don't have Isabella or something. We don't have Pierre. We have Bill Gates though, Bach, Shakespeare, Hollywood. Nobel is here as well. Okay, that should be enough for now. Quick look, Martin has taken Engineering Genius. I will take the Roman Roads. I could have also taken like Confucius Urban Growth or something, but I wanted a wonder. If I don't take it now, the next guy gets a leader and a wonder, and I didn't want to get left with some bad wonders. So let's see, yeah, Baudalanxin. I don't know how I'm gonna name him yet. He's gonna take Confucius and that. Sun Tzu is gonna go Rich Land. Darwinian is gonna go Sun Tzu, Rich Land, and the Colossus. So a lot of strength early on from him, perhaps. And then H1 will start. Martin will build a mine. Grabs himself the Colosseum and increased population. No leader for him yet. Maybe he wants to go for Hammurabi next turn. But I will go for him instead. I will elect him immediately, build that mine then probably, and increase population. And then blue will play Confucius, build that mine, increase pop, and what does it take here? Urban growth. Alright, so you can build an extra lab probably next turn. Pavilion goes for Sun Tzu, goes for mine as well, increases pop, and he will take frugality. So maybe Martin can take Caesar here. But first, very early open borders agreement, so immediately getting the extra military action for him and Darwinian. One of the best cards to have early on, starting with an extra military action immediately. He will build that lab now and goes for Caesar, so I'm going up for 4 military actions. I will push my colony, get the development of warfare. So I can take Peoria, start building on that Roman roads, grab a cultural heritage, and I will grab Leonardo da Vinci here. I don't have something for him yet, but yeah, first row was full of HA cards, which I didn't want to take, so I took that leader instead. Could have also gone for Nostradamus, could have taken Swordsman, but I decided to go for Leonardo. I want to finish the Roman roads first here, so I will delay my second lab and then maybe go for alchemy or even printing press, and then that's good for Leonardo. Blue's gonna open development of crafts. Also takes the warrior, finishes the Acropolis, and takes the swordsman. He's not the strongest, but yeah, it doesn't matter quite yet. Vinian is gonna build an extra lab now. Increase pop, grabs Nostradamus. Really elect him, he shows his tactic. And then he will also go for Nostradamus. And with his last selection, he builds one stage of that Colosseum. Martin will open development of religion. He can take that. Okay, also planning. But he can't take the warrior and the religion, so he will decide to just go for the warrior. Finishes the Colosseum, grabs Barbarossa. You know, has 5 military actions, maybe a little bit too much. But yeah, what did we get from the planning? Politics, markets, trade routes. I also can't take the free religion here, sadly. That's going to be happening on my turn. So I'm going to get the alchemy. finish that permanent roads, build an extra warrior to get out of corruption, and then next turn I can go for the alchemy and Leo. Development of settlement now. Blue's also gonna take that religion, is gonna go for theocracy, can go for that for just 3 science, thanks to the Acropolis, and grabs himself an urban growth. Davinian up next, he's gonna push with Nostradamus, gets development of civil life. So his 4 events, gets quite a lot here. That's the free religion, can finish his colossus, grabs masonry and knights. Alright, he has that upgraded tactic. He did make that +1 with Sun Tzu, so getting the knights here quite good for him. Martin grabs swordsman, is going to develop them. Didn't push at all, even though he has Caesar. Increase, upgrade these 2 warriors, grab an urban growth. So he's now the strongest, so maybe quite a bit of strength events in there. I will now go for Leonardo, go for that alchemy. Could build one. Yeah, build one immediately. And grab the Code of Laws for next turn. I am now the weakest, so that could be bad. We will find out. Sadly, don't have a tactic for my warriors. Raiders will hit. I will have to get rid of 2 food or 2 rocks. Knights grab for blue. Who can go for that. Build one and copy the tactic. He's gonna go up to 10 strength now. Grabs drama here as well. And that's gonna be it for him. Davinian is not one of the 2 weakest, so he will push again. Gets the Reign of Terror, which I lose. So we'll have to also get rid of 1 population. He's also gonna go for the knights. Can build one, doesn't fulfill the tactic quite yet. Missing 1 rock to go for that extra warrior. But he can grab himself rich land, breakthrough, and engineering genius. Getting quite a lot of these great yellow cards. Martin will go for an aggression. He can go for another one. I was able to defend the first one. He goes for another one, the raid. Yeah, maybe I should have not defended the first one. What was the first one? It also was a raid. Okay, so 2 raids from him. I can't defend both of them. So we'll sadly lose 6 rocks by losing the alchemy, and Martin is gonna get 3 rocks. That sucks. And then he's also gonna get knights. Can build one with Barbarossa, build 2 even, and shows himself as having the medieval army. So 12 strength from him. Yeah, I'm definitely in danger now. At least 2 raids are already gone, so they can't destroy another one of my alchemies. I will go for Code of Laws, upgrade the alchemy. So at least I got to 3 science production again. Increase pop and grab myself St. Pete. So I'm super weak. Let's see if blue will go for another aggression here on me as well. But he won't. Opens the historic territory, which Martin is gonna take for a warrior. Or rather swordsman. Genghis Khan from blue. Iron for him as well. Can develop that and upgrade once. Does that. Now gets extra culture from Genghis Khan. So 6 culture at the end of the turn. Davinian is gonna grab Win City. And he's gonna build an extra warrior to go up to 10 strength as well. Builds 1 stage of the Forbidden City. Can finish that next turn thanks to the engineering genius. Martin. Does he have another aggression? He does. I lose 1 population. He gains 2 rocks, 2 food. Really getting quite a lot out of his strength. He's gonna go for another knight and switch tactics. Switches tactics to the heavy cavalry. Interesting. He's gonna grab himself also that Himeji Castle. He really likes his strength. Has 2 wonders that have to do with military and a lot of military, a military leader, so he's definitely dangerous. Up next, I have to lose a population. Could be worse, I guess. I can build one religion, build one stage of the St. Pete's, grab reserves and rich land. So you can't really do much here to get stronger. There's no tactic with just the infantry. I missed out on all of those knights, so not looking too hot. At least it's still H1, so as long as we are in H1, there's a limited amount of aggressions actually. So we know both raids have gone. One aggression, one enslave was hit on me, and I have the other one in hand. So there are only 3 more aggressions left. So I will just, yeah, if they go for them, I will lose them, but that's fine at this point. I can't do anything against it. But we get a push from blue, who opens good harvest, so 2 food for everybody. Then he also is going to take wonder, takes that Silk Road and upgrades 1 more of his mines. Davinian is gonna push. We get reds. So first the good harvest and then the reds. It's always this way around, it seems. So a lot of food gone. He's gonna finish his Forbidden City now, I guess. Yeah, with the masonry, even saving 1 civil action, finishes that and grabs himself iron. Can go for that next turn even with the rich land. Martin now. Does he have yet another aggression? No, this time he doesn't. He opens developed territory, which he's gonna win, sending away a swordsman, so really efficient from him. Now just having left the heavy cavalry finishes the magic castle, so 12 strength from him, 13 strength from him, thanks to the cartography. Interesting, he goes for the cartography. Could have also upgraded on alchemy, but maybe decides it's more important to have that cartography, so there definitely could be colonies from Martin in the deck. And that will also conclude H1. We start into H2. Davinian draws 3 cards immediately. This is dangerous for me if I can't get my strength up. There of course could be an aggression from H2 immediately. Sadly, I still haven't drawn a legion or something. I can finish that St. Peter's Basilica. Get the irrigation and a patriotism. Still sitting on 3 strength. So yeah, I've basically 1 more turn where it's okay. At least I have a defend card now. That doesn't help me quite yet, but it soon can help me. But yeah, probably 1 more turn. Blue and green still only have H1 cards in hand. The big danger is from Davinian if he has drawn an H2 aggression, but that's also not that likely. So I think at this point it's still my best call to just stay weaker. If they have H1 aggressions, it's fine. But we get another push from blue and a scientific breakthrough. 4 signs for me, that's quite nice. Reserves and the last upgrade for iron. Swordsman here as well. Upgrade 1. Grabs ability as well, up to 11 strength, so you once again gets extra culture here. Davinian now doesn't go for an aggression on me, opens the border conflict. That doesn't help me, for sure. I have to destroy no building, farm or mine. And then Davinian goes for Nobel, and Nobel very strong this early on. 2 strength and 2 science, doubling his science production here. And he's also going to go for the iron, so next turn he can upgrade the last 2. So not a bad position for him. Martin pushes, opens the barbarians. Blue will lose 1 population to the barbarians. Iron picked up by Martin. The last iron that is. Upgrades 2 of his labs. So 4 science production for him. So there are cavalrymen. I finally can get myself a little bit of extra strength. We'll also go for the monarchy to get extra military actions. And then I could even play the patriotism. Don't need it. We'll just build 1 cavalryman and copy the phalanx. So very important for me that I get the monarchy so that I can copy the phalanx to this turn so that I'm safe. Finally I'm safe and just in time, I would say. Before or right after everybody has drawn quite a lot of H2 military military cards, so that I cannot defend if there would be some of these, yeah, pretty dangerous for me aggressions. I get myself a breakthrough as well, so next turn I can maybe go for irrigation. So I have stabilized. Definitely did come at some big costs, but yeah, finally everything is looking at least manageable again. Migration, green and blue get extra population from that, and then blue is gonna finish that Silk Road and upgraded one swordsman, so 12 strength. I'm still the weakest, so let's see if no, Davinian doesn't push, upgrades both of his iron, gets Justice System, which he can develop immediately, and then selected breeding, yeah, can go for that even next turn, upgrade that, and then he will have a very early, very good economy. Start of H2 he will have 6 rocks, extra food, and 4 science thanks to Nobel. So pretty strong. New deposits 3, 3, 6, and 6. So Martin and me only get 3 rocks, and then Martin will go for irrigations and iron, one of each. There's a coal here. I could maybe grab that coal. It's also an efficient upgrade. So let's see what I will decide to go for here. I go for the irrigation. Upgrade 1 and another one gets me out of corruption, and then I could grab coal and efficient upgrade. Still have rich land in hand. This is pretty nice. I think I just stabilized my military and now I upgraded food, and next turn I have a great coal turn. Develop the coal, have exactly the science for it, and then I think I can upgrade 2 of those coal, so I will also have a pretty solid production, which wasn't really foreseeable a couple of turns ago. Looked like I would be in more danger. Blue is gonna go for an extra farm, also plays reserves for food, so next turn you can increase pop, and with the frugality, yeah, that's a nice way. This extra farm is a nice way to get out 2 population very soon, because next turn he can increase pop, get 3 food back from the frugality thanks to that Silk Road, and then 1 turn after that he will have 4 food again. So I like that. Dominion is gonna go for that. Select breeding. Can upgrade both of them. Builds another knight, going up to 14 strength. Grabs organized religion and constitutional monarchy. Is gonna take a little bit for that science for Cornmon, but organized religion with his masonry also not bad. Martin opens all knowledge of the ancients. 3 science for everybody. Alright. He's gonna go for cannon. Yeah, this guy likes his military. He's gonna build another swordsman, grab brave nationalism, and upgrade 1 more mine. 17 strength. At least I have that defend card. That is really helping me a lot, even though I can't actually defend right now. So we'll have to see what I do against that. But first I will definitely go for that coal. I also go for Marie Curie. Maria Theresa, and yeah, of course I develop the coal first before switching Leonardo out, so I get that extra rock, and then I can upgrade once and twice, can increase population, and even with the patriotism, no, I don't even need to. So it's a little bit bold, definitely, that I stay on 10 strength. Martin could definitely have an aggression. I'm safe against the other 2, so I decide, and what can I also really do? If I go with the patriotism and build another warrior, I'm not safe from an aggression from Martin. If I draw an extra defend card, I would be safe. So this is also a risk for Martin to go for that aggression, because I definitely could have 2 H2 defend cards. And I actually do draw 1. That's nice. That's very helpful. Blue is gonna go for that increased population with frugality, as we said. Is gonna show a new tactic. It's only the conquistadors, so not such a big one, but it's enough to put him up to 15 strength. Grabs rifleman and breakthrough. He's still having a little bit of issues with his low civil actions. Davinian is gonna open cultural influence 1, 2, 2, and 5. Blue is producing quite a lot, and he's also getting the extra culture from Genghis Khan. Then scientific method for Davinian wants more science. Upgrade 1. And then grab reserves. And growth perhaps, yeah. So this way Conmon is getting closer. So I like that upgrade. He doesn't really need anything else at the moment. He's strong enough. He has very good food and rocks. And Martin actually is gonna go for that plunder. So luckily I had drawn that second defend card. He did risk it, but I could defend. Martin is then gonna take the railroad. I really would have liked to get that railroad, of course, with my coal. But he's gonna take that away. Because, of course, he likes his strength wonders or his military wonders. Yeah. Gonna grab rich land. He also doesn't have a lot of civil actions. But he's gonna build another knight, and next turn that means he can copy the not the phalanx, the conquistadors, giving him quite a big extra strength. 6 extra strength for him then. So he's definitely dangerous. Luckily, I now have Maria Theresa, so I get 3 extra rocks for building military. I use that immediately to build another cavalryman. I get strategy on 1. Can go for that next turn. And then what else do? I can increase pop once. And that gives me the science to go for the strategy. So I was sitting on 7 before. Now I get the strategy, meaning I can defend against any aggression. I'm actually the second strongest. Getting rifleman here as well. And frugality. Frugality very nice with Maria Theresa. And 9 rock production. So yeah, I definitely think I stabilized quite nicely here. Blue is gonna go for Bach. Okay, has the drama developed. Is also gonna go for Rifleman, even though he has the Swordsman. He's gonna build 1 drama, so that, I mean, he's now second strongest again, or tied for it, so he gets the extra 3 culture, so maybe that's why he went for the Rifleman. Davinian now the weakest. Let's see how he can improve his military. Maybe he does go for the extra scientific method, and then just 2 warriors, making him actually the strongest. Grabs himself breakthrough and efficient upgrade. I still like his position quite a bit, even though he doesn't have much culture production. Blue is very ahead in that, so depending on where the game goes, that could get very relevant. Let's find out. Martin is gonna go for war technology on blue, so yeah. Is gonna copy the tactic. As we said, he's gonna copy the conquistadors, going up to 25. He's gonna upgrade 1 more of his mines. Grab Republic. Can actually go for that. Very nice. Upgrade 1 farm. Engineering Genius. Robespierre. Okay. Goes for him just for the military action and frugality. So 25 strength from him. I'm once again only the one of the 2 weakest, so I get 3 more rocks to build military. I use the frugality here. Can sadly not go for rifleman, but I can build a free warrior. Going up to 21 strength. Once again enough to defend, and I grab myself the sewers and the architecture. So I can go for architecture next turn and then go for either inhabited territory, which is pretty good with Maria Theresa, or the autonomous territory. So I like this pickup quite a bit, even though I don't have any extra colonies. But still, with the sewers I will get at least 1 extra rock production, and of course I have 2 great colonies in hand to use for that sewers. Cavalryman grabbed by blue. He will develop that. Always a little bit weird when you have knights and swordsmen to go for cavalryman and rifleman. That is a lot of science invested here. We'll upgrade those. Go for Bach. Upgrade the last one as well, so 19 strength from him, but that's not really all that much. He had quite a lot of rocks. I think I would have liked him to maybe destroy a farm. And maybe even destroy a religion and build... Could have built 2 more cavalrymen. That would have given him a lot of strength. I think I would have preferred that. You don't need the extra farm. It's not really going to give you... I guess you need a next turn because you're gonna lose 2 yellow cubes and you don't want to have starvation. But losing... I mean, he's just gonna lose 5 science here. He doesn't have any blue tags. So everything he loses is 5 science. But he's still the weakest though. H3 will start. Red gets 3 extra cards drawn immediately. He's not going to play politics at all though. Gets the Conmon, gets the organized religion, and can upgrade 1. Grabs himself cannon. And then he can increase pop. And okay, that's it. Can't grab scientific method or organized religion. Can't grab Shakespeare. Martin will steal 5 science now. And then push, get the fray. I'm part of it, luckily. Martin and me can get 3 of whatever. Martin probably is gonna finish the railroad now. Yeah, has the engineering genius, finishes the railroad, 30 strength from him. Grabs organized religion here as well, so he gets out of his happy face issue. I will push. We get the Crusades. So blue losing a little bit of his culture, but could be worse for him. Culture is the one thing he can afford to lose. I will go for architecture and finish that Suez Canal. We get the inhabited territory, so immediately 2 extra population, which do also give me science, thanks to Maria Theresa. And I can increase population twice again, theoretically. So quite a bit of extra science from that. Stay on 21 strength. I do have 2 defend cards, and this is a nice draw. If I had grabbed the cannon, then this tactic would be great. Like it is, have to see if I can get rockets. There's a copy, so pretty likely that I get it. As we see blue taking the cannon. He has played reserve, so he gets 1 more population out. He's gonna build another cavalryman. Okay. And he's just trying to survive, I guess. He has 13 culture faction and quite the lead. He just has 1 objective, and that is to survive. Davinian, though, is gonna go for cannon. Faction upgrade, computers. Patriotism. He has a lot of civil actions and urban growth. What he would really love probably is Bill Gates. I think he was in, so that would give him quite a lot of rocks. And we see our first war of a culture pretty early on. Martin going against Baudal Lanxin. He's gonna grab military theory. Can develop that. Grab civil service. Alright. Go for organized religion and build 1 of those. So 35 strength from him, 37. Builds yet another knight. 37 to 22. I will push. We get the wealthy territory, which I'm actually able to win. 9 rocks to be had, and I have to send a full army, but this is pretty good to transition. Also pretty good with Maria Theresa, because now, as you can see, I get 3 extra rocks, and of course my yellow bank gets replenished, and I can increase population more often. But yeah, plan is now to switch into rockets, and I will do that with my 21 plus 3 rocks. For 1 and 2 rockets. Can play the tactic to go up to 28 strength. Increase population. I'll get another rocket to go up to 33. Grab Marie Curie. Can play her to get 2 extra culture production, a little bit of extra science, and then I can even get the air forces. So 34 strength. Military alliance between blue and red, so 3 extra strength for blue. Just gonna grab the air forces. Can't go for them though. Has destroyed 1 farm. Builds 1 cavalryman, so 33. It's not gonna be the biggest roar here. Maybe you should have grabbed Churchill here now. Churchill could. I guess he's still suffering greatly from his civil action need. So he had to decide between Air Forces and Churchill. But can he ever go for Air Force without any science? Maybe I would have preferred Churchill here, to be honest. Davinian is gonna go for endowment, go for multimedia and tanks. He's grabbing a lot of cards, develops the tanks. can build one cannon and upgrade one tank, 32 strength, 35 strength. So he's also making ready to copy my tactic. Just 2 more cannons and copy my tactic. That would be quite the boost. So all pretty close as the strength goes. Martin is gonna steal 11 culture. Has sacrificed, I think, a knight here. Steal a little bit more. After that he pushes. We get emigration, but we don't have any discontent workers. He's gonna go for Churchill. Can develop him. Air forces can't go for them quite yet. Grabs himself reserves. Looks like he has another war in hand and wants to go next turn with a war and maybe 2 air forces. That is pretty strong. We also have quite a bit of time left. The first war was super early, so we have time for quite a bit more. I will increase population, go for journalism. Can build one. Grab patriotism and satellites. So I'm not really, I mean, I'm second strongest. Not even tied, third strongest, I guess. But it's super close, everything. And I was thinking, yeah, okay, how do I win this? I don't have a war, I can't. If I had a war, I could just build rocket after rocket, fulfill 2 or 3 tactics, maybe even with air forces. But I don't have that. War, so I will have to do this. We see 3 revolutionary ideas on the deck, but blue can't take a single one. You see, he's gonna go for cannons now, which I'm not sure. This seems like a very hard transition. I think maybe should have gone for a revolutionary idea and try to get out air forces next turn. 2 air forces here wouldn't be too bad. Communism. Okay, he's never gonna develop. I guess next turn he could do a revolution. Red is gonna push. We get the refugees. Actually, blue is now the strongest and I am the weakest. That is unfortunate, losing population and 3 culture here. Super close. 35, 34, 36 and 35. Davidian is gonna go for multimedia. He'll destroy. The swordsman is gonna copy the tactic. Up to 36 again he goes. Revolutionary idea and reserves now. So, I mean, he's not looking bad. 44 culture now, I have 52. Blue still has quite the lead, but yeah, you can feel the game slipping from his fingers because yeah, he just doesn't have any signs, doesn't have all that much in total. Independence declaration here as well. I definitely heard quite a bit from all of these strength events. First the refugees, now I probably have to get rid of my wealthy. So I guess maybe it would have been better to build just 1 more cannon or rocket, or even cavalryman would have been enough to not be the weakest here. But I wanted that journalism. You want to see air forces now? No. Modern infantry for Martin. Wave of nationalism, can use that here as well. It's gonna upgrade to infantry. Grab revolutionary idea twice. That gives him enough to go for fundamentalism next turn. And he can even build yet another modern infantry. 46 strength, and next turn is enough for 2 air forces. Yeah, there could be 1 more very big war now. Who is he gonna go against? First I open the Cold War. Yet another thing. If I just had 2 more strength, I could have avoided so much. The refugees, the independence declaration, and I would have been part of the Cold War. So yeah, maybe too greedy, not getting stronger. I do grab myself space flight. I destroy warrior, go for that. Go for that rocket, and that's it. 37 strength. So now I'm not the weakest anymore. International tourism, I accept that from blue. Blue is gonna get 3 extra culture production, and I'm gonna get 2 only. But I did kind of foresee that blue would get some big trouble. That was my hope here, at least. That there would be a war from either red or green, and that it doesn't matter too much for me that blue's gonna get a little bit of extra culture production, or quite a bit. I mean, he gets the extra production because it's his turn first. So he gets basically 3 extra, and then each turn 1 more than I get from him. But I didn't really see him as my biggest rival. I could definitely imagine him suffering a lot during these impacts and even from wars, so I wasn't too afraid of him. So I accepted the pact. He's now gonna go for an extra farm. Destroys. This hurts. Has a destroy rifleman to go for a cannon and then copies my tactic. I don't think this was the way to play this. It's just too much work to put more units into cannons. He should have. I think he should have just stayed on the conquistadors, even though it's not the best tactic, and then go for air forces. That's what I think he should have done. He just doesn't have the population to switch here. Lavinian destroys Aurora. Goes for another multimedia. He's not afraid. Goes for the gates here. So now there is a Nobel Prize. Grabs military theory and military buildup. Okay, making sure Martin can't go against him if Martin has a war. And there's no war. Okay, Martin is gonna steal 7 culture from blue, but he missed his last chance to go for war. He's gonna grab fast food chains and go for civil service. Grabs himself tanks, develops cannons, so that means he gets a Nobel Prize and can start building on that fast food chains. And with 2 revolutionary ideas, he can actually go for another Nobel Prize next turn. I will open freedom of movement, which I can use to put a alchemy into a journalism. Very nice upgrade here. I can then build yet another journalism, go for satellites and mechanized agriculture, so I get a Nobel Prize here as well. And then I grab myself engineering genius, so that I can finish the wonder a little bit cheaper. We have quite a lot of impacts in hand. H4 will start. Bach is gonna be gone. Blue's gonna grab mechanized agriculture, develop that. Upgrade 1 and grabs reserves. I mean, red can still go for war here. Red can still go for war here, but he won't. He upgrades 1 religion, grabs engineering genius. He's gonna develop that and military theory. So he could have first upgraded developed the engineering instead of upgrading first the organized religion. Would have saved him 1 rock. Builds yet another library, grabs movies, so he's also gonna get the Nobel Prize and has enough for another one next turn. Gonna build a cannon to go up to 36 strength, making sure he can defend probably. Everything is pretty close. We get another aggression from green on blue, and then he can go for a lot of science, develop the tanks. Develop oil, so that he gets Nobel Prize. Upgrades 1 oil, and finishes fast food chains for 18. 31 strength for him. 32. Okay, 135 culture here. I have a lot of impacts to choose from. I think technology could be good, but I don't think it really is. So there were a lot of Nobel Prizes. Population wonders doesn't seem too bad. Harmony could work. And I open the Input of Progress. 18, 18, 2 for blue and 20 for red. Yeah, pretty close, yeah. Remember, Martin has finished his wonder and me and Davinian get 1. Blue is gonna suffer from the impacts and he doesn't get a wonder, I think. So I think everything here is really, really close. You can build 3 stages of the space flight, then finish with the engineering genius. Sadly, I don't have enough to go for another technology for another Nobel Prize. Patriotism, destroy, and go for 1 Air Force and build 1 religion to get out of the unhappiness. Upgrade 1 farm. 45 strength for me, 148 culture. Blue can't push or doesn't want to push. Increases pop. Builds one lab. Grabs modern infantry. That's gonna be it for him. 148 culture. Dominion is sitting on 89, but he gets great wonder. Input of industry 14, 9, 2, and 6. So 10 culture difference between me and Martin. I have overtaken blue now, and Davinian is looking far behind, but he still has his turn. He's gonna get another Nobel Prize. Yeah, does this here. Can get a little bit of extra rocks together. Can upgrade to 1, 2 computers, and then finish the internet for 30. That is a big internet. And he gets his production of 11. And remember, he still has Bill Gates. So very close before the ending. Input of variety 14, 20, 12, and 16. So yeah, very close. Between 156 and 181. A lot can happen here. Get wonders 14, 14, 9, and 11. Just 4 culture between me and Martin, and only 4 culture between Davinian and blue. We get input of science 5, 10. That is enough for me to overtake Martin, and then the same turn Davinian is gonna take over Baudal. Next input of balance 14, 8, 12, and 4. Remember, Davinian is gonna get the extra culture from Bill Gates. Looks like Baudel is gonna come in last. He wasn't able to keep his lead in H3. But the rest is very open and very close. We get agriculture 11, 8, 10, and 11. And that is it. We get Bill Gates for 6. And this is going to be the final standing. So 226, 216, and 210. And even 186 is not far behind. So a very close game. Very happy that I was able to win this one. Especially after that very rough early game. Two aggressions, 3 aggressions, whatever. So it didn't look too hot in the beginning, but in the end it was enough to come back. I think I had a great stabilization turn. Luckily I got the early cavalryman to do exactly that. And then yeah, getting also very early coal was definitely helpful here. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, but let's take a quick look at the final standings of the International Championship. I'm not gonna go show more of these games. I want to concentrate on the World Championship again. I was only playing in silver, so I'm not too high in the International Championship. I'm very high. I'm in Grandmasters and Intermezzo, but in International I'm not doing so well. But in this round I did very well. I was able to win this round. This group with 31 points to 25 against Martin. I think we saw that he was playing very solid. Baudel coming in here last. Davinian from our game coming in 4th. So yeah, I will upgrade from silver to gold. So that is again relatively high at least. So I'm happy with this result. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully see you guys next time for some more World Championship. If not, tell Weidenbaum he has to play faster. He's the one holding them up. So yeah, thanks guys, and see you next time.